Spiritual awakening is often portrayed as a delightful path of self-discovery and enlightenment. However, the route to higher consciousness is not always smooth or comfortable. As you go on this transformative experience, you may encounter unexpected challenges, side effects that shake the very foundations of your being. These dark side effects of spiritual awakening are rarely discussed, yet they play a crucial role in your growth and evolution. Understanding these effects can help you navigate the choppy waters of spiritual transformation with greater ease and compassion for yourself and others. One of the common side effects of spiritual transformation that you might have experienced or are even currently experiencing is feeling isolated from others. As you begin to awaken spiritually, you often find yourself feeling increasingly isolated from those around you. This sense of separation can be both deep and unsettling. You may notice that conversations that once felt engaging now seem superficial or meaningless. The shared interests and activities that previously bonded you with friends and family suddenly lose their appeal, leaving you feeling like an outsider in your own social circles. This isolation isn't just a matter of differing interests. It's a fundamental shift in your perception of reality. As you start to see the world through a new lens, you may find it challenging to relate to those who haven't experienced a similar shift. It's as if you're tuning into a different frequency, one that others can't hear or understand. This can lead to a deep sense of loneliness, even when surrounded by people who care about you. The isolation can be particularly challenging in your closest relationships. Partners, family members, or longtime friends may struggle to understand the changes you're going through. They might perceive you as distant, distracted, or even arrogant as you grapple with your new perspectives. This can create tension and conflict, further deepening your sense of isolation. However, it's important to remember that this feeling of isolation is a natural part of the awakening process. It's not a punishment or a flaw, but rather a sign of your expanding consciousness. As you learn to navigate this new terrain, you may find that you're drawn to new people and communities who share your evolving interests and perspectives. The key is to be patient with yourself and others, understanding that everyone is on their own unique path. As you navigate feelings of isolation while continuing on your awakening journey, you may also encounter another unexpected challenge: loss of interest in previous passions. One of the most surprising and potentially distressing side effects of spiritual awakening is the sudden loss of interest in activities and pursuits that once brought you joy and fulfillment. Hobbies, career goals, and even long-held dreams may begin to feel hollow or meaningless as your perspective shifts. This can be deeply unsettling, as these passions often form a significant part of your identity and sense of purpose. For some, this loss of interest might manifest as a growing disenchantment with material pursuits. The drive for career success, financial gain, or social status that once motivated you may suddenly feel empty and unfulfilling. You might find yourself questioning the value of these traditionally prized achievements, wondering if there's something more meaningful to pursue. This shift can also affect your creative and leisure activities. The books you used to love may no longer resonate. Your favorite TV shows might seem trivial, and even cherished hobbies could lose their appeal. This can leave you feeling adrift, unsure of how to spend your time or what truly brings you joy. It's as if the internal compass that once guided your interests has been recalibrated, pointing you in an entirely new direction. While this loss of interest can be disorienting, it's often a necessary part of your spiritual growth. It creates space in your life for new passions and pursuits that align more closely with your evolving consciousness. As you let go of what no longer serves you, you open yourself up to new experiences and deeper levels of fulfillment. The key is to approach this process with curiosity and openness, trusting that new sources of joy and meaning will emerge as you continue on your spiritual path. During this journey, you might also suddenly find yourself facing an intense period known as The dark night of the soul. Perhaps the most challenging aspect of spiritual awakening is what mystics and spiritual teachers have long referred to as the dark night of the soul. This profound and often prolonged period of spiritual crisis can feel like an emotional and psychological freefall, where everything you once believed about yourself and the world is called into question. During this phase, you may experience intense feelings of despair, emptiness, and meaninglessness. It's as if the very fabric of your reality has been torn away, leaving you exposed and vulnerable. You might find yourself grappling with existential questions that have no easy answers, questioning the nature of existence itself. This can lead to a deep sense of confusion and disorientation, as if you're lost in a vast, uncharted territory without a map or compass. The dark night of the soul often brings up your deepest fears and insecurities. You may be forced to confront aspects of yourself that you've long ignored or suppressed. This can include painful memories, unresolved traumas, or parts of your personality that you've deemed unacceptable. As these hidden aspects come to light, you may experience intense emotional pain, anxiety, or depression. Yet, as difficult as this period is, it serves a crucial purpose in your spiritual evolution. The dark night of the soul is a process of deep cleansing and transformation. It strips away your illusions and false beliefs, preparing you for a more authentic and meaningful existence. While it may feel like you're falling apart, you're actually being rebuilt on a stronger, more genuine foundation. The key is to surrender to the process, trusting that this difficult period will eventually lead to greater clarity, wisdom, and inner peace. As you emerge from this difficult phase, you may also notice a shift in how you view the world around you, which brings us to the next side effect: questioning societal norms and beliefs. As your spiritual awakening progresses, you often find yourself critically examining the societal norms and beliefs that you've accepted without question for most of your life. This questioning can extend to every aspect of your existence, from your cultural traditions and religious beliefs to your political ideologies and social structures. What once seemed normal or acceptable may suddenly appear flawed, limiting, or even harmful. This shift in perspective can be both liberating and deeply unsettling. On one hand, you may feel a sense of freedom as you break free from limiting beliefs and expectations. You might discover a newfound courage to live authentically, regardless of societal pressures. On the other hand, this questioning can lead to conflict with those around you who still adhere to these norms and beliefs. You may find yourself at odds with family members, friends, or colleagues, leading to tension and misunderstandings. The process of questioning societal norms can also lead to a sense of disillusionment. As you become more aware of the inconsistencies and injustices in your social systems, you might experience feelings of anger, frustration, or helplessness. You may struggle with how to live in a world that suddenly seems at odds with your evolving values and perceptions. However, this questioning is a vital part of your spiritual growth. It allows you to shed outdated beliefs and align your life more closely with your authentic self and higher values. As you navigate this process, it's important to approach it with compassion, both for yourself and for others who may not share your new perspectives. You can use this awakening to inspire positive change in your life and in the world around you, while also practicing acceptance and understanding for different viewpoints. While your mind processes these new perspectives, you might also experience physical manifestations like altered sleep patterns, energy surges, sensory changes. Spiritual awakening isn't just a mental or emotional process. It can also manifest in very real and sometimes alarming physical symptoms. These physical manifestations are often unexpected and can be quite intense, leading to confusion and concern for those experiencing them. One common physical side effect is a disruption in sleep patterns. You might find yourself waking up at odd hours, particularly between 2 and 4 a.m., a time often referred to as the spiritual hour. You may experience periods of insomnia alternating with times of excessive sleepiness. These sleep disturbances can be frustrating and draining, impacting your daily functioning and overall well-being. Energy surges are another frequent physical manifestation of spiritual awakening. These can feel like sudden rushes of electricity through your body, often accompanied by tingling sensations or spontaneous muscle twitches. You might describe feeling vibrations throughout your body or experiencing a sensation of internal pressure, particularly in your head or chest area. While these sensations are generally harmless, they can be startling and sometimes uncomfortable. Heightened sensory perception is also common during spiritual awakening. Colors may appear more vivid, sounds more intense, and touch more sensitive. You might report developing a heightened sense of smell or taste. While this increased sensitivity can lead to richer, more vibrant experiences, it can also be overwhelming, especially in stimulating environments. It's important to remember that while these physical manifestations can be unsettling, they are often a sign that your energy systems are recalibrating to align with your expanding consciousness. However, it's always wise to consult with a healthcare professional if these symptoms persist or cause significant distress, to rule out any underlying medical conditions. Finally, as you integrate these experiences, be aware of the illusion of spiritual superiority, a subtle trap that can hinder your growth. As you progress on your spiritual journey and begin to experience shifts in consciousness, you may fall into the trap of spiritual superiority. This is a subtle but potentially harmful side effect of awakening, where you begin to view yourself as more evolved or enlightened than others. You might feel a sense of pride in your spiritual insights and experiences, leading you to look down on those who haven't had similar awakenings. This illusion of spiritual superiority can manifest in various ways. You might become overly critical of others' beliefs or lifestyles, viewing them as unawakened or asleep. You may feel an urgent need to save or enlighten those around you, believing that you have access to higher truths that others need to hear. This attitude can lead to strained relationships and alienate you from friends and family who feel judged or pressured by your newfound spiritual zeal. The irony of spiritual superiority is that it often indicates a lack of true spiritual growth. Genuine spiritual awakening typically leads to greater humility, compassion, and understanding of others' journeys. When you fall into the trap of feeling superior, you're actually allowing your ego to co-opt your spiritual experiences, using them to boost your sense of self-importance rather than transcend it. Overcoming this illusion requires constant self-reflection and a willingness to examine your motivations and attitudes. It's important to remember that everyone is on their own unique spiritual journey, and that there's no single right path to awakening. By fostering humility and compassion, you can continue to grow spiritually without falling into the trap of feeling superior to others. The journey of spiritual awakening, while ultimately rewarding, is not without its challenges. These dark side effects, feeling isolated, losing interest in previous passions, experiencing the dark night of the soul, questioning societal norms, dealing with physical manifestations, and navigating the illusion of spiritual superiority, among others, are all part of the transformative process. By understanding and accepting these experiences, you can navigate them with greater grace and resilience. Remember, these challenges are not obstacles to your growth, but catalysts for it. As you move through these difficult phases, you emerge stronger, wiser, and more authentically aligned with your true self and the world around you. The key is to approach this journey with patience, self-compassion, and an open heart, trusting in the process of your own unfolding. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned.